here. Okay, now, the email and the correspondence is finished. Now, we were going to send it and then create the video as promised. But we felt that maybe it's better to post messages to the people that we contact in regards to the person that's being exposed. Normally what we will do is it will be unlisted and they will only be able to see it. Now, because Tyrants are telling them do not click links, now certain videos are going to have to go public because we need them to go to YouTube and search for it, which is, you know, to ease their mind that they're not being hacked or anything like that. So they can go to YouTube and watch the video. What happens there is that we really won't know if the person that we targeted to view the video actually viewed it, because all of you are going to be viewing it. Now, we're trying to work out something in that area. And, yeah, we're trying to work something out in that area. So, suffice to say, this is what's going to happen. Before we hit send, right, we need to upload 2 videos in regards to Control. One is for the general public, and the other one is for Quad Studio, alright? And the reason being is because once we send it, they may immediately go to our channel to see what's up. So when they do that, we want them to see a message that we have for them, so they can, you know, understand everything. So we're going to have to post those 2 videos first. We already almost finished one for the general public, and then after that we have to do one for Quad Studio. And the reason why we're doing one for Quad Studio is because they're known, right? They have, you know, artists they contract with and so forth. So they're gonna want to know an explanation. They want to know why we contacted them. So we're going to do a video explaining, you know, why they were contacted, and that they need to be aware of certain situations. That just because someone's wearing a mask doesn't mean that your company cannot be held responsible for their actions, especially when their videos tie you in with them, especially when you see them visiting your location, especially when you see all of you buddy with that person. So a mask doesn't do anything. All the mask does is shield that person, but Quad Studios, their face is known. So there's a shift now in focus, because now they don't know this person, so that means there's going to be a heightened focus on Quad Studio as to, is this the type of people you want to think? So instead of it going directly to King Troll, Quad Studio is going to get probably the blunt of it. Or nothing may happen from this. But we like to be prepared. And people, you all think that it's easy to go real world. It's not with us. Because with us, we have to be 100%. We have to word everything correctly. The verbiage must match what they did. That's how we protect ourselves from any defamation. So everything needs to be worded correctly. When we do YouTube videos, when we throw out here and there's and all that, that's all part of fishing and looking and ironing out certain situations. It's YouTube. But when you go real world, you must ensure that the people you contact in the real world are the correct people. If not, you don't contact them. Never contact anyone if you are not 100% sure. Online, yes, people will say things. You look at people's reactions, see what's happening, see what people are whispering about. You know, that is part of the fishing, right? Especially when you have doubt, you throw things out there and you want to see where it lands. But when you go real world, that's totally different. Totally different. You need to be on point with that. And you need to make sure that when you make that contact, you make it count. Do not leave anything out. Put it all out there, because that may be the last time you'll be able to reach them. Because some of them may go, I don't give a fuck. And then when you go to contact them again for updates, they may just disregard it. But you want that first time to leave an impression, right? Because even if they say no, at least they got it in their mind. It's there. It's planted, right? Remember this, when We the People Tyrants, when you go exposure, when you go real world, that's it. It's forever. As long as you are online doing stupid shit, we will continuously send updates to the neighbors, to everyone else, letting them know what's going on. It's going to always happen. See, but we don't know what's going to happen after that, because they could just be ignoring the emails, deleting them. You know, that's why we have to make sure that the first time counts. This goes to all of you. Do not contact someone for something stupid, or little squabbles or whatever like that. Do not ruin your first contact with frivolous things. Make it count. Build a case. Show them. Don't go, I went on this. He said something about my mother and that's it. No. Mother, racism, bullying others, doxing others. Put it all together. Build a story. Let them now absorb that. But if you go for one little thing, a lot of you do these one little things and 2 little things, that's not going to do anything. And then you will have ruined your opportunity to really engage the person. So make it count the first time. That's what we tell all of you. We're patient. We just build a story. What one of our favorite phrases? Let them talk. Let them talk. Go back at what they're saying. Do not add to the conversation. So when we said clap, listen to the clap. That's all we said. Where did King Troll go to? The mother. Why did he go to the mother? What is he going to say to that? What can he say to that? Or that we may have put up his mother in a video? Well, first he said that's not his mother. Secondly, the face was totally blurred out, and that video was to demonstrate the name that she was stating. So there was nothing going after her. We did not degrade her. We did not show anything about her. It was all blurred out. We didn't show anything but what she was stating. He went to insulting. So that's the go-to. So, see, that is his actions. But you see how we played it? That's like Rick Rude said. We were strategic. We were surgical in what we were doing. We made sure that tyrant did not have anything on us. But at the same time, we ensured we got something from him. That is his action. That is his go-to. You see, we showed our character, right? Because after he said that to our mother, did we come back and say, your mother's this? No, we did not. See, we're civil like that. We're respectful like that. So that shows the type of mentality a person has. And that is his ghetto mind. So now, Quad Studios is going to have to decide, is that the image they want, right? Because, he was making fun of the LGBTQ community. Anyway, in the video for Quad Studios, you're going to hear it all, alright? And everything that we stated, we will have provided evidence on his wording. He can say he's playing and all that, but guess what? In today's cancel culture, playing doesn't cut it. I didn't mean it, doesn't cut it. Look at Roseanne, got her whole show just stripped away from her. For a joke. Just a joke. Look at Dave Chappelle. When he made a joke, everybody was going after him. But anyway, point is that jokes is not a reason to be disrespectful, to be racist. And by his own words, his channel is that. His channel on YouTube is to bully, to degrade. It's a troll channel. He's harboring this negativity. And at the same time, Quad Studio is tied to that. He visits them. He frequents them. He shows them making weed in the studio. He did that. We didn't do anything. All we're going to do is share. And what do you have to share, King Troll? What? Us quoting you? Us telling people how disgusting you are? So that's the next two videos that's coming out. So again, please be patient. Again, this is serious. We need to make sure it's 100%. Also, for our supporters, just know that all the messages that are coming in, they're being seen. Not by the main team, but they're being seen. And the only thing that's being communicated to us is if it's important. And important means that it needs immediate action in the sense that, hey, I'm calling the police right now. I need your advice. Or the lawyer called me and they said this, and that. What should I say? Or my lawyer wants to know blah, 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 blah. That requires an immediate response. And those will be communicated to us. But all the other stuff, while it is important, is not as important as when we go to exposure. Because that is why we're here. Our main job here is to expose. So we cannot remain stuck in collecting forever with no action, right? So we just can't, because once we start to respond to emails, things are being said, and then we feel like compelled that we need to do something. So then we have to move on it, and it just adds. So those are right now being held because we need to focus on this phase. So just to let you all know, supporters, when we hit exposure phase, if it's not an emergency, we're not going to really respond, okay? We'll hold on to it, and when we come back, then we will respond and, get into details and things like that, right? And during the exposure phase, if you can, submit on the people that we mentioned is part of the exposure phase. That will help us to add to their video. But in any case, just know that we're still here for you. But right now, we're only here for you in an emergency. If it's not an emergency, we'll get back to you, okay? It's not that we're ignoring you. Everything's being seen and being reviewed and being documented and being held. But it's not critical to what's going on right now in our phase, in our exposure phase. As you can see, it's a lot that we have to do. We're contacting a whole bunch of people, who we need to contact with the studios, who we need to contact. I mean, we've been doing a lot of research in regards to who we're going to contact the first time around, which police stations, right? Which division, the targeted individual, we need to send correspondence to them to let them know what's going on so they don't get blindsided. There's a lot that goes into this, and it's something you just don't rush, right? So anyway, that's it. Take care, everyone.